Of Miami. Let's give a couple shots out, man. Said people, no people side is only 9 o'clock p.m. East, so it's 9 o'clock. Actually, where you're at, it's only 6 o'clock here where we're at. I will be talking to you about some NFL sports. We'll be discussing some things that been going on this maybe past sports to look at some some bets. It's not all we're not all way there yet, but we're getting close. See how many weeks are we from the NFL season? Um, as we pull here, let me see. Is that lows up? Doesn't mess with my connection. I'll maybe move my box. Yeah, but yeah, shouts out to everyone. I don't know why my internet is so freaking slow. Only a couple more weeks away from the actual kickoff show of the NFL, where me and CJ will, will be returning for our season 2 NFL recap and the Miami the Great. NFL going to be his host. Season 1 we knocked it out, and he missed some time, and I came up with inside the NFL mind to hold it down until he came back. And you guys loved it so much, we kept it going. We did it most. We started out. We waited. I think after Super Bowl, we kind of went off for a little while, and then we came back almost close to when it was draft time, and kept the show going. Every now and then, I might miss a couple weeks or miss one show here and there because I was on Tuesday and Thursdays. Um, and sometimes I was doing one show. I sometimes I break it down in one show because we're not too chin chat. Oh yeah, I'm going to definitely talk about that. The top 10 receivers. Um, I think I've seen another one too. I think on Sleeper, I seen a lot of top. I think it was the top 10 or a lot of top players and teams or things like that. They think of this year is going to go into the season. So that's definitely something we will talk about as we get into and stuff. Because being healthy is always a great way to go and a good thing to go. So definitely something I want to start doing. I doing it because I am getting older and I want to have my body be have a good body to have take care of. So that's so much shit. So that's just something that I went to sports. That's something that you want to do. Keep your body healthy and keep your body. We're only 8 weeks away, guys, from the actual kickoff show. Man, I can't wait, guys. Way of coming on early once the season starts because there's a lot of sleep and stuff like that. So that's things that we'll talk about. But yeah, DraftKings has it. We have we're 8 weeks away from the actual kickoff show from the NFL. So shouts out to yes, news and things like that. Like I say, most of the news will come off of Sleeper NFL. Like I say, I pull stuff off of Adam Shepard's page, ESPN, NFL. We look at things like that and pull things off so we can discuss the majority of the time. Most of the stuff that I say, it's been happening. I have took a close look. I don't know if you guys know about the Netflix quarterback show that they're doing on Netflix. I feel like Reggie talked to me earlier. He was like that, where they do some players and things like that. I feel like if they do some more players, they need to do some tight ends, maybe wide receivers. That'd be pretty cool. Mix it up with the quarterbacks if you want to. Mix and match the quarterbacks and the the other players. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Something that they should do. Quite some wow, some good running backs. I'm surprised they don't sometimes just do a show where it's just like players mix it up with the um the players of whoever was like that good this year. I mean, think about it. You had Miles Garrett here. See how he was adjusting to the team before this season started. Because this so check it out on Netflix. Like I said, it was some things they have on there. Hopefully I can get some stuff pulled up here, guys, because um If not, I should, baby. It's kind of rocking slow with me today, so hopefully. Um, let's switch up some stuff. Let's go to some actual uh, uh, all right, guys, I had to reset my internet. So while that's resetting, I'll come back on there on the camera and stuff. But while that's doing everything, because it was acting slow, it was going too slow for me. Like I said, we'll definitely talk about that too. Some Netflix stuff of what was going on with Netflix and everything. Um, let's see, we got another company said, "Big, I heard a bang about John Miller wanting to change his number." Oh, I didn't hear about that yet. Um, Givers changed his number. Um, that's news to me. Aries. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people do change their numbers and stuff. You can most likely hear most of the time you do see people changing their um their numbers and stuff. But yeah, I didn't hear about Gibbs changing his number. That's news to me. I didn't hear about it. Like I say, most of the majority time players do switch their numbers and things like that. Can y'all hear me? He said, "Where do you go? Y'all, can you see me? It says I'm on the screen. Hopefully, Aries see me, but I'm here, Aries. I don't know if you can hear me or see me. Hopefully, you can. But no, I was just saying that yeah, I'm most of the majority of the time, yeah, you get players they switch numbers, they change numbers all the time. Yeah, you get that most of the majority of the time. Something that we see a lot lately, especially when we talk about the NFL and things like that. So I can see that happening. If he does change the number, I'm really interested in seeing what number he's going to go with. What number will he go by if he does switch a number? I did read something too about they did do a list of running backs too. I want to pull up. Like I said, we probably go a little bit over time. I'm trying to get this internet correct. Hopefully, we can get some kind of good connection here on the laptop because it was lagging, and I was like, no, we got to get something going because I couldn't take it. I can't stand when something lags. It just irks my mind. But yeah, I can see that happening. Like I say, I did read some stuff about running backs. They did do a top. I think they did like top running backs and stuff. Like I say, I think Sleeper did like a lot of stuff. I got a lot of information. Hopefully, like I say, if everything does pull up, we'll be good to go. Let's see here. Let me try to log back into this internet, man. Sometimes it don't be streamed or it just be the service you on. So I might have had to disconnect my box and reconnect it because it could be that too. See, can we? Hopefully, but yeah, no, I didn't see that. It said we got the Giants who will get the new lineup. It sure will be a good season for them. Oh yeah, I've been saying the Lions season. Um, what the Giants? Yeah, definitely the Giants. I've been raving about the Giants for quite some time, especially on this show. Especially when they did the whole thing with the return of Odell Beckham. They still got they still got some young guys. You finally got that vet in the locker room. I feel like that could do a lot of things for them. So I can see that going a lot of great ways for not just the organization, but the whole team. If you ask me about it. Um, yes. Right, there we go. Hopefully, y'all can hear me better now. But yeah. But I was saying that yeah. Let's try to the internet. But yeah, that the Giants are definitely a team. Aries, I was saying too. I do agree with you on that. That could be a great team that season this year. Definitely be a team that I think everyone should look out for. I had them winning the season, their division behind them. But and I know people say, well, Dallas does Dallas things, but I think that's something that, that is in the old and now has to put something together. Um, um, drafted. I was one of the people that was like, man, I like the way the Dallas Cowboys drafted. They came in with a lot of people that was defense, and I said that their defense was a great quality of the way they moved this year. So that was one of the part of the reason where I was very proud of Dallas. I wasn't shocked about what Dallas did, the way they moved, the way they went. So if it's not the Giants, it's definitely got to be Dallas Cowboys. I'm yes, I am a little worried about my Eagles. Um, because I don't know now. I mean, I'm not saying because Brown is gone that's hurt us. Um, it's still a little stuff that we got to still a new offensive coordinator. Um, I was saying a couple weeks ago, yes, I don't think that Hurts gets a lot of credit because every time he has had a new offensive coordinator, um, they've at least went to the playoffs or got to the playoffs. Now sometimes they didn't get too deep into the playoffs, but they still went. But I think it's more harder for the Eagles this year than any other year because I feel like the Giants got better and definitely the Cowboys are always good all around on paper. But I think the way they work doesn't translate on paper when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. One more question for Eric. He said, also, what's up with the connection deal? I don't know, man. StreamYard be messing with now. It's finally acting right. I had to um jump in and jump out real quick and get back on track with the stuff here. I think this is one of the, let's see. Let's go. I think we finally got on X. Let's see. So we're gonna pull up this real quick. Let's do a screen share. We're gonna go to Sleeper. Um, Bleacher Report. Hopefully, let's see. We'll pull up. Do we get a screen? There we go. Yeah, I was just making sure it gave me a screen. So Bleacher Report puts out a report of of the um the NFL players to build a franchise around, which I do agree. Drake Merrick, who's one person that we was just talking about. I mean, we was just talking about the Giants. We was just raving about the Giants. So they are building a team around him. I mean, he has probably um, one of the best offense I can think of on paper going into this season. And sometimes does that trans over to being a good football team? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, because you got to think about these guys. Yes, they have had a lot of practice time. Scatterboo's not going to come back until later. I feel like they're going to do a great job until he gets back. They should, because they have the squad, they have the team to be around and do well with. But my thing is, how do they go? Number two is okay. We already know. I talked about the Commanders last week, guys. We talked about the Commanders quarterback, um, Dillons, and I mean, yes, the Commanders got a lot on their shoulders. They have the world on their shoulders. Do they have enough to get over the hump? No, I don't think team wise, paper wise, no. But they still have a lot to prove. You think about it. You push a team when their backs are against the wall, you get the best out of them. And I feel like could that make them dangerous? Yes, but I have to see it. Like I say, I just feel like Dallas defense is better than theirs. New York's defense should be better than theirs. Eagles may be. We'll have to see. You still got three people that are ahead of them, and they're at the bottom. I feel like they're going to still fall at the bottom. Um, it could be. We could be back at a year where we could see all these teams trying to race to be the number one contender. We've seen that with this team so much because they're so competitive. How the NFL has the schedule this year where you take on your opponent rivals more than you normally do. We can see the schedule getting real like tight, real competitive. I think that's what they want to do to try to make the season throughout the whole year instead of being at the end, being real competitive. They're trying to see that this year. I think once teams get like to that fifth or sixth week and they're not what they should be, yes, we're going to see trades and swaps because that comes in November. And if a possibly chance if a team is still in that whole possibly getting into the playoffs, then you can see them keep playing. But I don't. It's a lot of teams. I've been telling you guys since day one. I've been concerned about. I've been worried about, and Washington is one of them. But they have a great quarterback, as you can see. Bleacher Report, you should build a franchise around them. The Commanders, I feel like they haven't done that for this young guy yet. They haven't put the team around him. Even when it came to the draft, they didn't do enough. They didn't get a wide receiver. The Commanders didn't get enough for me to make me believe that they can get past their own division. I think that they're going to have to be more worried about trying to just at least get in the division. Can they get into a wild card? I mean, anything can happen. Anything is possible. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen, and a lot of things may happen when it comes to the Commanders. Three, I know everybody hates it, but I mean, hey, Jalen Hurts. I feel like, and this is my guy. This is the only reason why I like the Eagles. This is my guy. I love the Eagles because of him. I feel like he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He's a great quarterback to me. I like his mindset. I like the way he thinks. He's just there to win. Yes, you do build a team around him. The Eagles have to be crazy if they are going to move off of him. Where will he go? I don't know. I don't want him to leave the Eagles because there's like a lot of teams right now have decent quarterbacks. Even with the stuff that's going on with Matthew Stafford, I would think that the Rams would be crazy to move off of Stafford and go with Simpson, unless they're just ready to start over again. And you got a great wide receiver called Puka Nacua. I don't think the Rams want to lose Puka Nacua because if you move off of Stafford and Puka starts getting upset, you could possibly see him getting traded to a lot of teams. And I think a lot of teams will want him on their team, especially if they have a decent quarterback. Think about Puka Nacua being on the Chiefs, him and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, man, you think he's doing some amazing plays now. Him and Patrick, it will remind you of Tyreek and Patrick. If you could put those two together, they'll be a dangerous team, especially when now the Chiefs has their offensive coordinator back, who they used to have. They used to go to all those Super Bowls. We still don't know what's going to go on with Tyreek Hill right now. He's still in limbo, so we have to wait and see. But yes, you do build a team around Jalen Hurts. I mean, no shots about it. If you like him or you don't like him. Justin Herbert. I've been raving about the Chargers all this time. I know how a lot of people was upset about the Chargers, the way they went about their business at the end of the season. But I hate to say that it's going to be very, very interesting this year how they are. I feel like they're going to get over the hump. I feel like they're going to be that team that is the team that is going to shock everybody, surprise everybody, and come out of nowhere. I think that's the team that I think no one's going to see. And they got a new offensive coordinator, which was the former head coach of Miami Dolphins. So that's something that we have to see. And I feel like he's a better offensive coordinator than a better head coach because you'll see. I think that ball will be passed way more than we normally see on with the Chargers. They're going to probably be a great offensive team too. So we'll have to see. I do agree with that. Yeah, you do build a franchise around Herbert. Um, Lawrence, Travis Lawrence. I mean, Jaguars quarterback. I mean, why not? I'm not gonna lie. I would not surprise if we see the Jaguars in a playoffs. I've been telling you guys that this is another team I've been telling you guys, even without looking at this list, Bleacher Report has put um him up there as number 5, and I think that you guys don't see that. You don't see that. He can be a great quarterback. He's up there at number 5. I've been telling you guys the Jacksonville Jaguars. Why not? They're a great team. Um, they got their team is going to come back healthy. I feel like even though they did good, I think in my mindset, if it was me, and I think that's what some of these players got to get back to. You can't be a fluke. Look what happened with Washington Commanders. They had that one good year, and now look, it's like I don't see them coming back. Now, could they come back once they get that new stadium? Maybe. It depends on by then. I mean, most of these teams, who knows? I mean, that's going to probably be 30, I think. That's when their stadium is going to be done. Maybe by then, you could probably see them like getting back on top. But right now, see it. Brock Purdy, man, I mean, this was a quarterback who was Mr. Irrelevant. He reminds me of, the reason why I feel like he reminds me of that Tom Brady, because he was so low in the draft. He came out of nowhere. No one didn't suspect this guy to be this phenomenal quarterback. He's on the 49ers. He has some great wide receivers. It seems like they're saying George Kittle will be ready from his injury from season 1. Um the the San Francisco 49ers are a elite team. They have a great coach. The organization is very good. I do like the organization. We all know about the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are a beast. One of my favorite teams because, hey, it's Roman Reigns' favorite team. So it's the Tribal T team. It's my favorite team. So I got to like the 49ers, even though they're rivals with – and guess what? You're rivals with the Cowboys. So why not? I don't like the Cowboys. Sorry, because they're – long as Jalen Hurts is in the division, and even if he leaves, I never was. I wouldn't say I wouldn't hate the Cowboys. It's just I never was a Cowboys fan because I never seen the hype. Now back in the day when they had Emmitt Smith, Tony Romo, Mike Irvin, Dion, and all them, I liked the Cowboys because man, that was a team. But ever since then, it seems like they're still riding off that hype back then, and they haven't done enough to do some modern day hype. I like Prescott. Prescott is a decent quarterback. He gets a lot of yardage, but it's just they can't get over that hump, man. They can't get over that hump. He said, I think we should talk about the update on the Patriots schedule. Did they update the schedule? You talking about the NFL schedule? Did they update the NFL schedule? I hope not, because we did. We're up to like week. Let's see where we're at. I think I'm on week 13. So I hope they didn't update no schedules because we on week 13. So they update some schedules. NFL, y'all need to stop doing what y'all doing. But yeah, I think that's another team that you have to build a franchise around. Um, like I said, I love the 49ers. They are a great team, so we'll have to see. Jordan Love, I mean, why not? I mean, of course, but we have to see what's going to go on with the Green Bay Packers. Willie Andrews Jr. We got Woodworth, Swanward. We got JSN, of course. We got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I told you guys, and it says this list only includes players that's under the age of 25, 28. So I guess 28. So I guess these guys are under the age of 28. So okay, and they were drafted by. And this is, like I say, the future's great. I've been raving about Justin Jefferson. I feel like he hasn't got the break that he should get right now. I feel like he's not getting the justice that he should get, and that's just something that we have to see as we get along, as we get with the NFL of the season. Let me see. I'm trying to get my screen back. So, yeah. So that was the top picks for the franchise of who you build a franchise around. Do you agree with it? Do y'all don't agree with it? I agree with most of the. I agree with all of the people they had on the list. I feel like that's who they. That's who you should build a team around. Why not build a team? Something going on with my charger. Um, Messages I have that I had saved up and stuff for today's show, and we'll talk about schedule. Hopefully, they update the schedule. I didn't see anything like they was. I didn't mind the way they had the schedule set up. I did see they are announcing most of the um out of state games. I did see them say that. One of them was in August. I think it was the one in Paris, which I think I seen because I think we did talk about that one because I think, like I said, we're possibly we might be in September. Like I said, we're on week 13, so I know we're like late down there. We're past no, we're past October, so that was one of the games that we did announce already on here when we was going through the schedule. And we're 8 weeks away, so that's why most of the time I was going through. I think I went through two schedules at once. The schedule up for not I mean not schedule but for picks up for the NFL. Like I said, we're definitely going to use prop finders. You guys will definitely use that for when we go live on Thursday because we'll talk about that Thursday game. The first week of the NFL, we have two games of that week. It'll be a Wednesday and Thursday game. Since me and CJ will be returning, I don't know if we'll be returning that first week of the NFL. We may I don't know. I have to get with CJ. We probably will. If we do, we'll have a sports show for that Tuesday. Definitely Wednesday. I will go live for you guys, and we'll definitely talk about that Wednesday game because we're definitely going to talk about that game. I think it's going to be Seattle and New England. That's will be the first game, and I think the Thursday game is 49ers and Rams. I could be wrong, but if I'm remembering correctly, somebody correct me if I'm wrong because I could be. But I thought two games of this season, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that could be the first two games of the week. So we will definitely go live 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, we'll be using prop finders. I will be putting up the QR code, which I will put up now for you guys if you guys want to be interested into me and CJ's Discord. It is right there up there for you guys. Boom. It's up there. So you guys want to join us on Discord. Go ahead and join us on Discord Live. And like I say, you can join me on that Thursday. Like I say, that I think this will be the only game. Only reason why I think I can go live that Friday because there is a Black Friday game on that Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving will have so many games. Um, I will try to go live, but it's such an early game on Thanksgiving, guys. Christmas, I might skip that one. Christmas and Thanksgiving, guys. I might do a Wednesday show first, a late show, and we'll talk about all the games ahead of time. So it might be something like that. I might do it the day before or a couple days after before the game to get you guys prepared. Because most likely, I'm just giving you guys thoughts about bets, picks, and things like that. So most of this show will be about people who are into bets, what I'm thinking about, yardage. We'll look at yardage, stats and things like that. We'll discuss games and what's some strategies that maybe the teams need to go into having, because that first week, I know last year, the first week was kind of weird. We had a lot of good games. I'm not gonna lie, we had some good games. So we'll definitely have to see some ways they're gonna have to go when we get into the NFL season. I thought I had some more um, information, but I guess I don't. Let's see. So let's see. We'll go to sleeper. Look at that. Sleeper's already on there already. So let's go to, and they're talking about Fernando. Man, I think the Bengals are really gonna get hyped up. Another thing that we looked at. Let's share here. Let's go here and pulls up for you guys so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Um, there we go. Okay, it's pulled up. They say he only had 60 yards in rushing last season. Not That was 9 out of 10 games because he did get injured. This was one reason I was telling you guys that the Broncos need to run a little bit. They got Waddle. He is an outstanding wide receiver, but I think Waddle's used to having someone who runs too, because don't forget he came from Miami with Adrian. So I feel like the Broncos need to not just stick and be one dimension, because if they are one dimension, I feel like the defense is going to know and going to sniff it out. Now, can the defense stop Waddle? I mean, maybe not, because Waddle is a pretty decent wide receiver. That's why I say the Broncos are, man, I'm telling you, y'all are in for a treat, man. I'm telling you, because man, he's going to be making plays that is going to make that stadium and fans love him for a while and want to keep him for a while. Um, I was surprised that the Dallas the not Dallas but the Miami Dolphins really moved off of Waddle. It was a very surprise, but I feel like J.K. might come back because he is coming off injury. I feel like they do, if he is off injury, if he's 100%. That's if he's 100%. I feel like you need to run the ball more. But if he's not 100%, I mean, stick with your game plan. It did get you close to the playoffs. I mean, he got you deep into the playoffs with y'all just throwing game. I feel like Wall is a better wide receiver than what y'all had before Broncos. But I see y'all have to use that. I mean, do the same strategy y'all did last year and just do it better. Like I say, I feel like when it's time to run, they need to run the ball. I think that's the only thing when it comes to the Broncos. They definitely need to do when they're talking about running the ball or whatever they are trying to do. So that's something that we'll have to wait and see as we get ready for the NFL season. Like I say, I feel like J.K. is a um, a decent running back, and could be a great um, reliable reliable person for his team. That's why I would say you guys like running the ball is a, especially once in Denver cold more than anything. So that's just something that this is something that we just have to see as we get to the NFL. So how the list should go. Now, sleepers said they made a list themselves. So this is sleepers list. We just seen the list Bleacher Report. So this is sleepers top like teams you should build a who you should build around. They still have dealers on there. They have Jamar Chase, of course but you should build a team around Jamar Chase. They got Jamar Chase at number 3, so they kind of moved him up a little more. They still have Will Andrews. He's still on there. Williams, of course. I don't know. I don't know why the Bears, and this is why I said I was more worried about the Bears this year than any year. This is another team that I'm very worried about. Could they fall off the wagon? Yes, because I feel like they don't have enough now. Could they make something move around November? Yes, but is they going to still be at a possible chance of still making the playoffs? Maybe. I think if they feel like there's still a door open to get into the playoffs, they can still make a move. Don't forget, like I say, a lot of things happen. We have injuries, we have things like that. So things can happen where they can still get in. They have they still have they still have Seawell. They still have Herbert. They still have JSN. They still have Brock Purdy. Now they got Bo Nix at number 10. I don't think Bo Nix was on the last one. Of course, you supposed to build around Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix. He's a great passer. I love him passing. Um, he does great running here and there. I don't think he had a big injury where it was so big it will hinder him into his capability of playing the game. I feel like he did very well when it came down to playing the position he plays. So yeah, I feel like he's definitely a person you could build a franchise around. And like I say, I think the Broncos, like I say, I can't say this enough, but I feel like y'all are going to love Waddle. There's no shouts out, no shouts about it. I feel like Waddle will be a person that y'all would definitely um love once you get up there. So definitely be a thing that we will see as we get into the season. Let's look for some more news. I seen some more um lists. They had another list. I could have swore they had because I seen another list they had where that's just coaches. Huh. Let's look at this now. This is a they have a they have a they say which of these NFC teams that missed the playoffs this season is most likely to make it next season. So I don't know if they mean this season or next season or what. Well, yeah, it says that missed the off season. Oh yeah. It says when it'll see a team that will miss the playoffs this season and most likely miss next season. Uh I definitely have to put the Titans up there. And not Titans. I mean, Buccaneers are definitely probably not going to make the playoffs. Commanders most likely won't make it. Um, I think these other teams should make it. I'm not too worried about the Lions and Saints and Vikings and Cowboys. They could possibly make it. It depends on how they play. I have to. Only thing about the Commanders, I don't know. They didn't draft so well this year. I don't know if they. I don't see. I have to see who comes out of the college side for them to maybe get better. Because right now, I don't see no one who right now would possibly come out of college. So they don't need a quarterback. So I don't see them maybe getting better. Who else I said? I said Buccaneers. Buccaneers the same way too. I think just with Bucks and Commanders, I have to see how they draft to see what they could they make it Nate's season. Um, they can miss it. I mean, Commanders can miss it because, like I say, right now, Green Bay and Cowboys are really kind of better. I can see the Eagles if they don't make it. I can see the Eagles making some significant changes to try to get better and compete with just that division. That division is just so competitive. I'm not hoping, but Commanders might have just missed their window. That's why I say, with the Chargers, even with the Broncos, the window is still not closed for the Chargers or the Broncos. They have to move on that now because if they don't, I feel like next year if they don't do nothing this year, Chargers or Broncos, that window's going to probably close quick because the more healthy the Chiefs are, the worse it is for you to get in there. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is a beast, so you got to remember that. But yeah, that's my pick of who I feel like could make the who maybe could. We'll have to see. Um, I mean, who knows? So that'll be something that we'll have to see as we get into the next season. So let's look at something. I think this is what um um Aaron was talking about here. 25 wide receivers. Oh, let's get it up here. So it said PFF ranked it the top 32 wide receivers. Number one, I told y'all, Puka Nakua. I mean, hey man, I you can like it, you can love it, you can hate it, but man, the boy's a beast. He is a beast. I will put him up there number one too. I gotta get him until somebody does better now. I like what Jefferson's at number three. I feel like he might have us. It could be a slight edge over JSN because Jefferson might have a better year this year. I love JSN. JSN is good. He almost got really close to breaking um, Jerry Rice record, but he got injured. So he got real close. Puka got close too. So I like these first three. Not bad. Jefferson, I feel like I told you guys, I feel like he's going to have a phenomenal year this year, and I feel like he's going to have a great year this year. Definitely a person to look out for. Um, Jamar Chase, of course. I feel like Jamar Chase is in that top four. I like this top five. Arnett St. Brown. I mean, yeah, he's that guy. I think a lot of people sleep on him too. Great wide receiver. I feel like these top five guys almost got a similar style, but sort of different too. So I do like that top five right there. I think I will keep that top five for right now until I look at this list. On up. You got AJ Brown 6, CD Lamb 7, Nick Collins 8, George Pickens 9. I would put Pickens at probably 9, at 6. I will move Brown down to 7. I will probably put Nick Chubbs at. I will, yeah, I'll keep Nick Chubbs at 8. I'll put CD at 9. I feel like Pickens is better than CD, man. I kept telling y'all, CD had made too many drops, and this ain't Cowboys ain't even my team. Hey, it was plays that I feel like he should have not been dropping that ball. You got to make those plays. You got to make those plays not just for you, your team, and and if you want to win a game, you have to make that play. So I think I would just switch that and put this Pickens up a little higher. I feel like Pickens is a little better than Brown. AJ, yeah. I mean, now he's going to be the number one receiver. We'll have to see. I feel like he has a great quarterback. We'll see what he does. Now he's the number one quarterback because I mean number one wide receiver. But I just feel like Pickens is just better. Pickens is just a beast. Um, Drake London, 10. I will give him that 10. I think I'll stick with that. You got Zay Flowers, 11. Maybe I'll stick with that. You got Chris Overlay. Yeah, I'll keep him at 12. You got Malad. You got Devontae Smith, 14. Um, I don't know. Right now, is Smith at a good place? Maybe because I feel like Smith is a little better than these two guys, Flowers and maybe also, but and I would probably push Terry up a little farther. Um, Smith, I don't know. This is another guy I have to see because now he will be the number one receiver, but this only means that now the defense is going to double cover you. You're going to get a lot of man. You're going to get a lot of zone. You're going to get a lot of man coverage. You're going to get a lot of zone coverage. You're going to have a couple spots here on the quarterback to see if the ball is going to come your way. Jalen Hurts is great and maybe trying to maybe trick the team because you can't just worry about Hurts running. I mean, passing. Sometimes you got to worry about him running too. Saquon, you can do those short pace, and Saquon can, you can nick it short range, and Saquon can go for a lot of yards if the defense is not ready. You catch the defense off guard. I feel like Hurts can be pretty good as long as he can read that defense pretty good. You're really good at doing that. So I have to see with Smith. I feel like Smith is he a little too low? Maybe, but it's a really like I don't know. Jaden Wallen, I think that's too low for him. I feel like you could push him a little higher. I really feel like Waddle's better than London. That's just me, because Waddle, I seen him when they first was playing. Remember when Miami Dolphins, when they had, Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and when Tula was playing before he got the concussion. Remember that offense was, man, he was throwing all over the field. And he wasn't just throwing to one person. He was throwing to Waddle and Tyreek. So go back and look at the film if y'all forgot. Waddle, okay. Y'all gonna see, man. I'm telling you. Mike Evans is a little too low too. I feel like he could be a little higher, but he's at 16. I feel like that's a little too low. I feel like he's overlooked. Sometimes he's a great wide receiver. Stephon Diggs, 17. I'll probably keep him at that. We don't know if he's going to get picked back up. Right now, he's got a lot of stuff going on, so I don't think he will be coming back anytime soon. I like Gillette Williams. I feel like maybe that's a good little spot for him. T. Higgins, 19. I feel like he could be a little higher too. Norbert's, I mean, I feel like he's at a good spot. Pierce, I'm surprised Pierce is this low. Williams, I feel like Williams, man, is overlooked too. I feel like Williams could be a little higher too. I think a lot of people overlook Williams. I seen when they did a list, I think people said that when they oh it was Stephon Diggs, he was like he's good. He's a good he's better than a lot of people number twos on their team, and a lot of people was like, man, you they was naming a lot of people, and then Williams was the name they pull up. I think Williams is so low because he's that second guy. A lot of these guys was number two on their team. Williams will still be because they still got United States Brown. That is their main target on the team, but Williams does make those plays. I'm a person that you definitely should put on an NETD if you want to put them on an NETD. So definitely do that if you guys want to do that. At Devontae Adams 24. I like that range. I skipped over McMullen. He's at 23. Um, Sutton. Yeah, I like Sutton, but Sutton for the Broncos, I think Broncos are gonna fall in love with Waddle more than Sutton. Y'all can see why. Waddle, look how high Waddle is, and Sutton's at the bottom. So I'll tell you. And Waddle was the number two. If I was the Broncos, Waddle's my number one wide receiver. That's just me, Broncos. Bronco fans definitely make your Waddle be your number one guy. Why not? But hey, this is me. DK Metcalf, I think he's in a good little spot. Um, you have you have McCollins for the Chargers. He's not at a bad spot. He's like that. He's like in that good sweet spot. So I 27 is not too bad. Um could you put him a little higher? Maybe because he does make some good decent plays here and there. So um it depends on the play and who's the defense playing these guys. Um we got Brian Thomason Jr. I like that 29. Rasheed Rice 30. Yes, because it's a lot of times that Rasheed Rice, he's another guy that I feel like he should not be not playing because you have one of the. I feel like Rasheed, if he doesn't do good this year, man, they might trade him. They might move off of him quick. Who would they get? Who knows? I mean, there a wide receiver out there they could get? Yes, there's plenty. You got Stephon Diggs. You still have Tyreek on the free agency because they haven't been picked up. The free agency has a lot of people that are still on the list, so they can go digging on there if they want to. Mike Williams, not too bad, and then you have Ryan's. So that's just like they say that's the top 30 for the NFL. I mean the NFL wide receivers. I guess was the one Aaron was talking about. 32, the top 32 wide receivers for the NFL 2026 season. So they're saying that's going into the season. I think that would definitely change guys because a lot of those guys with number two look into as we look on to it to form believe that we'll look at some more stuff. I think he had another list of a top something team too. Let's look at they did a top five quarterbacks. So this is a top five quarterbacks right here, guys. They got Josh Allen, of course. Patrick Mahomes, of course. Matthew Stafford. I do agree with that. Um, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. They got Joe Burrow at number five. That's crazy. Um, man, Joe, and this is why I said people really forgot about Joe Burrow. I feel like Joe Burrow is really too low. He, but the only reason why is he gets hurt. I would put Burrow in that number three spot because I feel like, and I said this, guys, I feel like the Bengals have to prove to everyone who they are and who they were, and this is their chance to do it. If they don't do it this year, then I think people are going to move on from them and not believe the hype. I think people are just going to believe, okay, it's done, it's over. You know, they have all these players, and I think when you get to that though too, you have so much phenomenal players. That's when you start seeing players. You start seeing the organization start moving players around, moving pieces around, and then the organization's never the same. Um, Joe Burrow has to stay healthy. I think if he doesn't stay healthy, I think the organization, even though this is his organization, they could move off of him because he's mostly known as being injury prone. One season he's not. I think that's the thing about it. He has to stay healthy, not just this year, but the foreseeable future. I think that's something that he needs to focus on. So that's something we have to see. I like this top five team. I just wish Burrow could be higher, but I kind of understand why he's at the top five at the top of the five, but he's in the top five. So no question of that. I do agree with that. Like I say, it's going to be uphill battle when we get to the NFL season. News here: the Browns. Let's see if I can get the Browns here. We'll read off. Um, NFL coach Jalen Vincent on Deshaun Watson and Shador Sanders. These two are great quarterbacks for so far. I just see two elite quarterbacks battling it out. So he's basically saying that he doesn't know who's going to be starting. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, it's going to be Watson. They paid the man too much money. They paid the man too much money. It's going to be Watson. It's going to be Deshaun. It's going to be Watson. It's not going to be Sanders. As much as I would like to see Sanders start, but I mean, let's just think about it. Business wise, they're not going to start because they've paid Watson too much money. Now, will we get? I think the organization, the reason why they're going to start Watson because they want to see what they're going to get. Are we going to get the Watson from Houston that was back in the day, or are we just going to get the one we got once you came here? You're going to start sticking another place. If so, then guess what? You have a great backup. You have Sanders, just because I'm not too sure what's going to go on with Geno Smith. I know Geno Smith got some things going on, but Watson hasn't been the Watson that we know from the past. Could he be the same now? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they have a new head coach. Things are now different. Maybe we'll see a different player. Now he has a little competition that knows that if he messes up, once he's out that field, he might won't take the field again. Um, I will be very surprised if Watson plays well, we probably won't see Sanders on the field. But I don't know because it's than anything. So I mean, could they still be great on offense? Maybe, but I feel like even on offense, they don't have enough to even get over the hump. Especially their division. Their division is pretty hard too. They got the Ravens, they got Saints, and then they got the Bengals. So they got an uphill battle too. They could come last in their division too, no matter who's going to be their quarterback. Because I feel like all around their defense is not this there, and then their offense is not the team that could come over the hump. So we'll definitely have to see where they're going to go when they get to the NFL season. But I'm telling you guys, it's not going to be nobody else. It's going to be Watson, man. It's not going to be. They not going. They not going to throw away that money and say, well, we gonna go with Sanders. We're gonna start Sanders. If they do that, then that means they ain't see enough because the head coach has been saying this, and we're 8 weeks away. He's still saying we see two elite quarterbacks. So that tells you that they ain't gonna they ain't gonna move off of him. They gonna start Watson, and that's gonna be it. I'm telling you guys, watch. So quarterback gonna be Watson. Way with who they gonna name to be the starter. Like I say, I'll be very surprised if they do when it comes to the season. But I don't see them going a different way. I don't see them going a different method of where they're going to go and how they're going to go when they get into the NFL season of the NFL. Let's see. We did top 10 wide receivers. I'm trying to see. I think so. If I'm not mistaken. Did we do the top? Okay, no, we didn't do this one. So, they did a top 10 quarterback one. So let's look at this one. So, we have a top 10 quarterback for 2026 season. Like I say, Josh Allen is at that number one. Patrick Mahomes, even Caleb Williams has passed it. Joe Burrow, man. I think Williams are going to probably fall because I feel like Williams had such a great year. Unless he's just so elite that he makes plays for the team. I mean, he still can. He did do a great job. It's just on paper, I don't see him having enough to get the team over. Matthew Stafford, of course, he had a great year because he won the MVP. Justin Herbert, of course, he had a great year. He's in front of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is at number 6, guys. That's why I say, man, if Joe Burrow doesn't do what he needs to do this year, he's going to be forgotten. And I come off as a player that feels like he wants to be that. He he's a good guy from what I see and the things I see. So we'll definitely have to see. Sam Donald 7. Um, um, yeah, Donald's a good quarterback. He just was so fixed on passing the ball to JSN. He was just forcing it to him. So that's the only thing about him I didn't really like. You got golf. I like that way they got him at 8. Love 9. They really got Drake Merritt a little lower than what I feel like he should be. I would push him up maybe above Love. I'll probably swap that around. Um, Donald and Golf, maybe I'll swap these two around. Joe Burrow, only reason why I understand they got him so low, I mean, he was injured. I don't think he has been back the player that I feel like that he should be. I do got him that low too, just because he's just not that great player no more. I don't think. Nope. Okay, we don't got a comment. I was just making sure because maybe it was a comment I didn't see, guys. I don't want to pass your comments. Here. Um, Doesn't look like we got any more picks. Top 10. So we will go to stop out and we will get out of here with you guys about talking to week 13. So let's talk week 13 NFL schedule with you guys. We'll get that pulled up here. Uh-oh, then pull up. Because it don't want to pull up. Okay, let's try that again. One more time. Want to connect that time, guys. There we go. So we was left off at week 13 to the show where I started off when they first put out the NFL schedule. I've been telling you guys this is really a prediction. This is really actually yes, it's going to change because there's going to be injuries. There's going to be things that's going to happen that makes me start seeing how teams are playing, how teams are adjusting to gameplay, kind of a knowledge of how teams are playing and how I can really maybe adjust um, how they're playing once they get on the field. But right now, I'm just going off of paper, the way most of these teams played last year and how they played from last year. And they even with the switch and changes they have now of who they have on the team now, we're doing here once we get into the once we talk about the the schedule, guys. So let's start off with the Thursday game where you guys will be joining me on Thursday. Like I said, Thursday you can catch Inside the NFL Mind once the season starts, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we was talking about the Thursday game. For example, this game will be on a Thursday, so we'll we talk about the Chiefs and the Rams. I already can tell you, hopefully, this will probably be a good, great game. Hopefully, this is a game of the week. Um, hopefully the teams are both going firing on all cylinders. We all know about the Chiefs. The Chiefs are no joke. This could be a great game. Matthew Stafford versus Patrick Mahomes. Miles Garrett is on the Rams. You have you have Puka Nacua. I really don't because, like I say, Rice. Uh, now you do have I don't know why my mind is drawing a blank right now. What's the boy name? I'll think of his name here in a minute. But I feel like this can possibly be a good game of the week. It's an 8 o'clock game, afternoon game, guys. Like I say, we'll definitely talk about this game. Give you guys a little bet strategy. We'll definitely be talking about that. We'll definitely talk about maybe possibly yardage. I really feel like this could possibly be a great passing game more than a rushing game. It should be on paper, even though it's in December. This is in Cali. It's not going to, hopefully, the weather's not going to be too bad. But if it's wetter, you probably can see more rushing than most likely. So that's something that you got to keep in mind. going into this game. But like I say, it's in California. DraftKings has Rams winning because they have them on the money line. They have this game maybe going over 47 points. This could possibly have the potential of doing that because there is a lot of people that could get. Like I say, you can get past a lot of people that can get touchdowns on the Chiefs side. It's just I feel like the Rams have maybe the better team here. I'm not gonna lie. The Chiefs, yes, they have enough. I mean, great tight end, but as well, I forgot that they do got. Now they have Walker. I keep forgetting. Now they have a great running game, so maybe they can run it mostly too. Maybe Walker could get a TD here. Um, like I say, it's still kind of iffy because the Rams have. I feel like the defense on the Rams side is going to be so well put together, especially if Donald's coming back. I know guys have seen the Aaron Donald videos and stuff. I don't know. Maybe they're just doing that maybe to put a little fear in people's hearts. I don't think he might be coming back, but maybe. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. If Patrick is healthy, and if the Chiefs are firing on all cylinders, I would go Patrick Mahomes here. This could go down to the wire if they wanted to. A lot of people saying that this game here could be Super Bowl potential, and it could be. So that's something we'll go about. Give me Chiefs, man. I'm going to roll with Chiefs. Give me Chiefs. Let's roll with Chiefs, man. Why not? Sunday game. We'll start off Sunday game here. Our first Sunday game is Denver versus Atlanta. This is a 1:00 game on CBS. It's in Atlanta. It's in the Atlanta Stadium. The DraftKings has the Lions winning the game because they have them on the money line. They have the score either going over or under 48. I know this is in Atlanta's home. Give me Lions. Lions have the better team on paper, even though I feel like, yes, Drake London, I mean, he's a beast, but I feel like Lions defense would probably, keep most of this game mostly contained. Not saying that Atlanta's not going to get a TD, but good. And we don't know who's still starting. Speaking of people who starting with quarterbacks, we don't know who's starting for this team. We're hearing a lot of stuff about Tua. It seems like they're going to go to Tua route. I don't know how long that's going to last. Like I say, because I'm more worried about Tua getting injured and more injury prone, and they're going to be worried about that. We'll have to see. Give me Lions. I will stick with Lions too. I will agree with DraftKings. I go Lions on this game. So give me Lions. Let's roll with Lions. Our next game, another 1:00 game. We have Jacksonville versus the Chicago Bears. This is actually in Chicago. It's at Soldier Field. It's on Fox. The DraftKings has Chicago winning this game. They have the points going over or under 47. They have Chicago winning, guys. I'm going to go Jacksonville here. I know because they might got Chicago winning because Jacksonville might won't be ready for the weather, the incline. But I'm not going to lie. I feel like Jacksonville is going to be such a great team. On paper, I feel like Jacksonville has a better team. If the weather's so bad, maybe Chicago maybe could pull off a win. I'm not overlooking Williams like that too much on Chicago, but I feel like maybe Jacksonville could come out with a win. I have to see as we get closer. Like I say, things could change for my mind as we get in December because we know weather is a factor. But give me Jacksonville right now. I will go Jacksonville. I'll go the opposite way of what DraftKings went. I will go Jacksonville. We'll have to see. The next game we have, another 1:00 game, is Cincinnati versus Cleveland. This is actually in Cleveland. It's another game on CBS. DraftKings has Cincinnati winning this game on the money line. They have the over and under total at 46. I might go under. Who knows? Because Cincinnati might get maybe one or two TDs and maybe start sitting their players down because this is December. I feel like Cincinnati is going to win this game, especially if Joe Burrow's back. You still have um, you still have Chase. You still have Higgins. So I feel like those guys are going to wreck shop the Cleveland Browns because I told you guys I'm not fully sold on what Cleveland Browns defense is doing unless they're going to show me something different. And by now, they should show me something different. So will my mind change if they can show me that they can be still a great defense without Myles Garrett? Yes, I would go their way, but I don't think Cleveland will win. And DraftKings agree with me. Cincinnati should win this game. I feel like Cincinnati needs to start getting back on top of that mountain and start winning games. But it all starts with a quarterback staying healthy and being healthy. And that's what it starts off with. Give me Cincinnati on this game. I will stick with Cincinnati too. We have the Washington Commanders versus the Tennessee Titans. This is on CBS, another 1 o'clock game. This is actually in Tennessee. DraftKings has the Commanders winning this game. The over and under is 46. I will not go Washington Commanders because the Commanders, I don't know what DraftKings see. Maybe things can change because by you get this is past the trade deadline for in November. So maybe Washington will do something that will change my mind. But I feel like Tennessee has the better team. I'm going to go Tennessee, and it's in Tennessee. So give me Tennessee. I think Tennessee will win this game and go take this game over. I will go Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. I'm rolling with Tennessee, guys. The next game we have another 1 o'clock game. It's Green Bay versus the New Orleans Saints. This is in New Orleans. DraftKings has the Green Bay Packers winning this game. They have the score either going over 45 or under 45. I know Michael Parsons should be back by now. Um, I don't know how well that defense for Green Bay will play once he's back. That's the thing about it. That's what I'm a little worried about when it comes to this. Um, I'm not going to take Green Bay. I like the Saints in here because it's in their hometown. I think a lot of people are overlooking the Saints. I feel like the Saints are going to be a great team that will surprise a lot of people, especially the way they ended last year. If they come back playing like that and get better and better at each game, I love the way they drafted. They drafted good. They have a great, young team. Should be hungry. I think they need to show their division. I think the time is now. I mean, Atlanta's not fully where they need to be. I mean, yes, they have the team, but can they put everything together? It's yet to be seen. Carolina, I mean, maybe the Saints can say, hey, we can show that it was a fluke. They made it and put them down back in the back rearview mirror. I don't think no one's going to be worried about the Bucks because the Bucks are going to have to figure a lot of things out unless the Bucks make some significant changes by now too. Because, like I say, you have that trade, so maybe you can see some things in that trade go different. So who knows? We'll have to see. So that's something that I would go Saints here, guys. I'm not going to go Green Bay. Give me Saints in their hometown. I'm going to go Saints for the win. The next afternoon game will be the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers versus the Giants. This is another possible game of the week right here on a Sunday. This is a good game of the week. Maybe one of the first games I've seen for Sunday of a potential being a game of the week. Scatterboo should be back by now, so that just keep that in mind because it's around that December mark, so he should be back. It says it's going to be on Fox. This is actually in up north in New York. It says it has 49ers winning this game. I'm not gonna lie. I would go maybe New York. I would go New York Giants here because one is at home. I love Giants offense. I love Giants defense. This could possibly be a good game. It will be possibly going back and forth. Depends on the weather. Like I say, weather is always a factor, guys. Always remember that. You have to remember that weather does affect the game. So, and this is an outside. This is not a dome. I think it's outside, which I don't mind. Unless it's playoffs, then we need domes. Shed or make it like that. But give me New York. I think I'll go New York here. I'll go the opposite of what DraftKings got. I feel like New York should win this game. Not saying that the 49ers are going to lay down, but I feel like New York can have a better chance of winning this game. As a game strategy wise, I would feel like New York should take this game for the win. The next afternoon game we have, guys, are the LA Chargers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is another 1 o'clock game. This is actually in the Buccaneers' home stadium. DraftKings has the Chargers winning this game. They have the points 47. Sorry about that, guys. Put that by mistake. They have the score 46, over 46 or under 46. They have the Chargers win this game. Give me the Chargers too. The Bucks are not just. I don't know. Even if they go into the trade, I don't see who they could get. I don't think they have something to give up to get someone in the trade. So we'll have to see. Maybe we've seen some weird stuff go on in the NBA, but I don't think we'll see some weird stuff until we get into the off season for NFL. I think that's what they're going to wait for. They're going to try to, you know, do whatever because we didn't see too much in the NBA season until after once the off season started. Then you got all kind of crazy stuff going on. So yeah, give me Chargers too. I would definitely go Chargers. I agree with DraftKings here. So me and DraftKings are on the same page. Starting off at the 4 o'clock p.m. Time, Eastern Standard Time, you have Miami versus the Denver Broncos. This is actually in the Broncos Stadium. This is on Fox. DraftKings has Denver Broncos winning this game. They have the overall over and under score at 42. I would stick with Denver here too. Bo Nix should do well. Waddles might going to go crazy this game because he's back with his former team. This could possibly be Broncos game here. I don't see Miami winning. I mean, Miami could probably possibly run the ball decent enough because it'll probably be pretty cold there in Colorado about around this time. It's around that December time. But I don't see Miami doing well. Miami doesn't do too well, especially when it's cold. If it's real cold, no matter who Miami has, they never do well in the cold because it's always technically warm where they're at. So, yeah, give me Denver. I would go definitely Denver here. Stick with Denver. I agree with DraftKings. We have Philly versus Arizona Cardinals. This is another 4 o'clock game. It's in Arizona on Fox Sport. They have Philadelphia winning this game. They have the over and under score at 43. I agree with this game. I love that they got love. I love that they got Marvin Harris Jr. quarterback to show me they can get over the hump and he just plays well. But I don't think so. I am hearing rumors that they could be possibly are probably going to tank so they can get the one of the man's nephews that's coming out of college. Um, I mean, I can see that. Um, I mean, why not? Maybe that could be a way they can go. This team will be pretty young because Marvin Harris will be just in his third year. Love will be just in his first. So could you build it around that? Yes, I think they're just a quarterback away. And I think that's what they're going to wait for. Could they be better next year? Yes, if they get him. I was hoping they can get Sanders. But like I say, it seems like the NFL is not sold on Sanders. Um, I'm more worried about him. I feel like they're gonna, even if he doesn't do nothing with the Browns, could they throw him on a team that's not going to be a great team and still make him look like he's not good? It could possibly happen. The Jets organization, man, it's still right now in shambles. It's still all over the place. So that's just my thought of what I think. Arizona is just, I feel like they'll probably be one of the teams that may take that Miami route like Miami did last year, Miami Dolphins. So I feel like Arizona will be that team next year. This season coming up, maybe. The next game, the next 4 o'clock game, which this is at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be Carolina Panthers versus the Minnesota Vikings. This is actually in Minnesota on CBS. DraftKings has Minnesota winning this game. They have the over and under at 42. This could possibly be a good game. I think the Vikings will win this game. I've been telling you guys that the Vikings might be a beast this year. I feel like they're going to be a team that a lot of people are going to be are sleeping on. I'm not hearing a lot about, and I think they're being overlooked. I think a lot of people are overlooking them. Give me the Vikings. I would agree with DraftKings. I'll go Vikings too on this game. The next game we have here could possibly be a potential good game here. I like this game. You have Buffalo versus the New England Patriots. This is another 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game. This is actually the last afternoon game of the Sunday night of the Sunday afternoon game. It's on CBS. This will actually be in the New England Stadium. The DraftKings has New England winning this game. They have the over and under at 48. It could get up to that point. I really am going to go a different route here, guys. I would go Buffalo. I feel like by now Buffalo is going to try to win a lot, getting real close to Super Bowl territory. We're in that December area, so I feel like that will definitely go Buffalo. So give me Buffalo on this game. Next game we have here, and this is the Sunday night football game. Houston versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, 8 o'clock, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBC. This is in Pittsburgh. They have Houston. DraftKings has Houston, Texas winning this game. They have the over and under at 41. We all know that Aaron Rodgers, um, this is his retirement tour. If Houston, like I said, I keep saying it, and I know you guys have heard me say it. If Houston can have the defense they had last year, it's an easy win. They got better on offense. I feel like they have got a great running game. Don't forget they got Montgomery as the running back now, so you can't forget about that. They have a great wide receiver Collins. You all know that. I feel like the quarterback has to prove himself of what happened last year. He has to get over the hump. Um, I just don't know. I think Houston could they get possibly far? Yes, but it's a lot of teams I have ahead of them. I would love to see a Houston and Rams go at it because that's two great defenses. When you get those defensive games, it's going to probably be up to your defense to win that game. So, could Houston possibly get if they can get this game? They could be. So I would go probably Houston this game too, guys. Because Pittsburgh, we'll have to see. Monday night football game is really Dallas and Seattle. This is the 8:15 p.m. Game. It will be on ESPN or ABC, whichever one you'll be watching. This is actually in Seattle. DraftKings has Seattle winning this game. I'm going to go Dallas because I feel like on paper Dallas has the better team, especially on defense wise, offensive wise. Even though I know they probably got it because it's really hard to play in Seattle's stadium. I know it gets very loud. The crowd is very loud and stuff. but I feel like Dallas could still come out with the win. Dallas has to start winning games, especially when they have a great team on paper like they got this year. They have to win games like this. I feel like Seattle should not be nowhere near how they was last year. Yes, they still have JSN. Yes, they still have Sam Donald. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they're not still. They should still not be a great team like they was last year. They're not going to go back to the Super Bowl. There's no way. I don't see Super Bowl written on them, especially now when they did with the organization. They moved off of Walker and things like that. It's just a lot of changes happen. So I don't see them getting back to where they at. Usually when organizations do definitely what they did, you can kind of see, I wouldn't say a fall off. I'm not going to say they're going to go too far off, but I don't see them winning a lot of games. Give me Dallas. I'm going to go Dallas. The opposite of what DraftKings have it, even though it's in Washington. Who all has a bye week this week? It will be your Indiana Colts. It'll be the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, and the Baltimore Ravens for the Week 13, guys. So that will be Week 13, guys. We will start off with Week 14 next week of the NFL season. So hope you guys join for the for Inside the NFL Mind of Miami. I am your host, Miami the Great guy. So shouts out to everyone who's coming in, coming by. Shouts out to everyone who's coming to the show. If you are just tuning in, you are at the Inside of the NFL Mind of Miami, where I go live most of the time, Tuesday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're away. Maybe once we get back to that 4 weeks away, you probably start seeing me back Tuesday and Thursdays to start getting you guys prepared for when me and CJ goes live on Tuesday, because me and CJ will definitely go live on Tuesday. So definitely when we get the 4 week mark, I'll probably do it that whole 4 weeks until CJ takes back over. But like I say, I'm really excited about what I'm going to be doing Thursday. Like I said, we'll be talking about, we'll be looking at some schedules, the weather, what we'll look at some things on ESPN. We'll pretty much plan prep the game. We'll probably the first hour just look at what they think of what the game is going to go. We'll look at some prop picks, prop finders, bets. The next hour, we'll go into the second hour of talking about that. So another 2 hour show of talk about bets and what we'll potentially think about what the possible way would go on the game. I will actually probably pull up the weather, guys, for you guys to actually see what the weather is for that potential game on Thursday, so we can get a general idea of what the game will be and what maybe possibly outcome we can come up with, guys. So that's something that we will definitely be doing here on Thursday. Like I say, that first week we'll be doing that. Even that second week we'll still do the same thing. But on that second week of the Insider NFL Mind, I will be giving you guys my game of the week. I'll probably have a little list up in my top 5 teams of the NFL on that Thursday. I'll give you guys that. I got a couple ideas for that. Can't wait for the NFL season. So can't wait. Like I said, if you guys are into joining bets or doing bets, there is our betting Discord up there on the QR code. So if you guys want to join that. I have not been posting in there because I have not been betting yet because I've been getting ready for the NFL season, because I've been trying to come up with a strategy to not just hit big, but, have some good bets. Been doing some studying. That's why I've been coming on here, you guys, and just giving you guys my thoughts about what way we're going to go and what games are going to probably go right now on paper. Other than that, guys, please give me a follow on X. That's Miami the Great 305 on X, or give our TV page, our company page, a follow. DWTV page. Give the DW television page a follow on X. Also follow me now. I'm live on YouTube. If you are tuning in on YouTube, that's Talking the Podcast, where you can catch either Inside of the NFL Mind on Talking the Podcast, or DWE Radio, where most of the majority of the time we go live on Saturdays. If it's APLE this weekend, there will be a Saturday night main event, so we will not be live this Saturday for DWE Radio. So there's no DWE Radio for this week at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can maybe join us next week. You can join me Tuesday, where I'm potentially going live and give you more thoughts about the NFL, because we'll be only 7 weeks away from the NFL. Like I say, most of the majority of the time I've been trying to go once a week until we get closer to the NFL season, because I've been trying to have a lot of NFL stuff to talk to you guys about. Also, if you guys want to join us on Twitch, we have 2 Twitch pages. Doesn't matter whichever one you want to follow. It doesn't matter to us as long as you support us on Twitch. We have a DWE television Twitch page, and we have a DWE radio Twitch page. Whichever one you guys would like to follow, please follow us on Twitch. And if you want to check out any of the DWE radio episodes, they are now live on Spotify. That's DWE Radio. All you have to do is type in DWE Radio. There are 20, I think it's like maybe 23 episodes. We're like 23, 24 episodes. We're probably up there in episodes now. We're like pretty far. Hopefully, once we get to 30, I can get the intro possibly ready for us. Been trying to work on that lately, but I might got to use something else to come up with a decent. I got the video, but I got to come up with some stuff to put the words to it. So, hopefully I can get that together. But other than that, guys, yes, follow us on all those pages. CJ will be going live here in the next hour, I think at 9 o'clock, because I'm about to get ready to go off at 8. He will be doing Big Brother now. He will be telling you guys about who was eliminated on Big Brother. So you guys want to check out that if you're Big Brother's fans. Check out that. He's no longer doing the TNA recap. After the Big Brother season is over, he will start be doing AEW recaps. So you guys can catch him for AEW. It'll be him and Stampede and Manos that will be joining him and talking about some AEW stuff. So definitely join those guys for that, man. I can't wait for that. I will definitely be in there listening to that, because I'm a fan of, whatever sports and AEW or whatever. So, and WWE. So join those guys for that. That will be here later on tonight after my show. Other than that, guys, I will catch you guys later. Like I say, you'll either see me Tuesday or Thursday. Hopefully I will see you guys too. Thanks to 153 people who have came out to listen to me talk about some sports, and we're only 8 weeks away. So hopefully more guys will come around once sports starts. Once the sports start, I hope to see more of you guys in here, and we can talk about some football, pigskin, whatever you want to call it. Other than that, we are out. Remember, catch you guys later. Can't wait till the NFL season starts.
Hey, okay, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a phone. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door.